this is the biggest thing I've ever built by a lot. This is kind of the craziest project I've ever done. Let's see it work. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Here she comes. So from that, you see that she like tilts up a little. So she has full control. She can lean to the side, side to side. She can tilt up or down. She has a tail. It wags. Also, yes, I know that the wiring right now is spaghetti. Yes, I know. For what it's worth, she will obviously, she has a back part that will cover all of that. But yeah, we'll just leave it looping for a bit because it's cute. Look at it. Look at her. Look at her trotting over to say hello. Also, my floor is gross and I'm sorry. That's a cajon. Yes, that's my cajon. I was actually using my cajon because it's like the right size that I can rest it under her like middle body, and then I can like do the testing and test the walk cycle without it touching the cajon. And off the ground enough that I can make sure that everything is right. So when I was first training her walk, she was living on the cajon. She was a cajon dog. But now she is a floor dog, as she can stand for herself. But yeah, no, we trained her walk a lot. I think it's looking pretty good. How loud are the servos? It's not that bad. I don't know. What I would say is they're surprisingly quiet for their power. Is it Fillion-proof? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I've said it before. I would fight her. How fast can she walk? Pretty fast. This is her walking slowly because I told her it was unsafe terrain. But her like fastest walk is pretty fast. Yeah, she could get up to like 5 miles per hour. But yeah, will Neuro give directional commands? Yes. She doesn't have direct control over the servos. No. She has access to an API that will allow her to control basically the roll, pitch, and yaw, and also you know, the direction of and speed of locomotion. Her face is a phone screen, which means that we can get point cloud data just via that. So he won't let me use point cloud data because he's like, she won't know what to do with it. She'll just use camera. So I'm using IMU data from both the phone and from an IMU. So there is an IMU on this robot, and so that's for like very fast data, but the phone filtering and heading information is fantastic. So basically, I'm using that to continuously calibrate the IMU that's on board that's fast enough, right? So that's where we're getting our IMU data from. Yeah, so the IMU is how do I explain it? It's a package of inertial sensors. So basically like something that tells you the direction you're moving in, something that tells you what angle you're at, something that usually can do some like GPS stuff, right? So the combination, when you bundle up sensors that tell you about how you're moving, you wind up with an IMU, which is a bundle of sensors, usually with some filtering on board, for accuracy, for combining that data into something usable, right? So what that gives you is what direction you're facing, how you're turning, how you're moving, right? So that's what she's using to stabilize herself. If you were to give her a little bit of a shove, Jesus, she would stabilize herself with that information. But yeah, Vedal asked me specifically if she could have some stabilization so that he could do the like shoving her thing. And the answer is yeah, I think she's got plenty. Like, you could still knock her over. She's very light. She's remarkably big, but very light. So from this video, you can't necessarily tell scale. She's up to my like thigh, like mid thigh. She's quite tall. So yeah. But this angle, I'm like crouched up on the chair looking down at her. Have I pet it yet? Of course I have. What kind of monster do you think I am? So the phone, because this is how phone cameras work now, that can give us point cloud data if we need it. I did talk to Vedal about being able to use point cloud data in the event that it's not working well, right? If she isn't able to navigate, if she's running into things a lot, then I can use point cloud data to manually make her stop running into things if she wants to. But Vedal also said that it would be funny if she ran into things, so he's fine with that. For now, she's just going to be receiving the camera data and the IMU data just so that she knows if she's fallen over or anything. Can she bark? Yeah, she can say anything Neuro can say. Is there any feedback on the current position of the leg servos? Yeah, of course. So she knows broadly what position she's in, but also because that's all managed by a state machine, she would know what position she's in anyway, because it's just whatever previous position she called, you know? Can she do tricks? She can do a little dance. She can twerk, although I promised Vedal I would never make her twerk, but she could, theoretically. Can she do a handstand? No, unfortunately. The motors are not fast enough. We had to obviously make some small concessions to be able to afford to do this project, right? Actuators are expensive. Good ones are even more expensive. And so they don't have a fast enough response that she can do things like stand on her hind legs or anything. But she can certainly spin, she can walk, she can run, she can wiggle, she can go from side to side, she can lean back and forth, she can wag her tail, you know? There's a lot she can do. So, how long did it take me to make it? Okay, so let me think about that. So the raid was in late April, I want to say. And then from there, I want to say it was like a month or two where we were like talking to people about maybe getting a dog and like doing the training that way. By the time I was like, frick it, I'll just make you one, I think it was probably already like June? So I guess June to New Year's. So yeah, about 6 months of very intense work. Most of that work was on the design, obviously. I started fabrication in, I want to say, October? Yeah, I think I started fabrication in October. So, yeah, no, I guess most of the work was on the design and the simulation. And then, from there, assembly, testing, training, getting everything working. Does it have microphones and speakers? Of course. So that's all done through the phone. If that's not precise enough, if we're having a hard time with that, then we'll just try something else. I have enough pins left that, you know, I have plenty of room to try with that if the microphone and speakers aren't working well enough. I really wanna play with drones. That's been something that I really want to do. And I think it would be really cute. I know that no one was like super into it, but I really want to make Evil a drone swarm. I think that would fit her so well. I think that would be so cute. And then we would have, you know, one by ground and one by air, you know? They'd be able to do so much damage. And I don't know, man. I just think that the drone formations are so sick. And I really want to play around with that. But I guess thank you to all of you. I love robotics. I love building robots. This is the kind of project that you dream of doing. You know, like chat, you're out here. You understand me. This is the kind of project that you think, I wish I could do that, but I don't have time. It would take so much money. How could I possibly justify it? And the fact that I get to do this because of all of you, because you want to watch it and you want to see it happen, it means the world. I would never get to do a project like this. I would have dreamed of doing this my whole life, and you guys made it happen. And I... Thank you. Thank you so much! This is so cool! Thank you.